In this video, I'll be teaching you how you can make your code more readable by using this concept called decomposition. This is implemented using functions. To understand that, I'll be making a small game. The game goes as follows. So there are three doors. The person has to choose between these three doors. Based on what door the person chooses, he gets a particular amount of coins. That is the reward. And if the person chooses a door that is outside the given options, let's say the person chooses 4, it should show the user that he has not chosen the correct door, and then it should prompt him to enter the new door again. So if I give 4, it says invalid door, and then it gives you an option to select a door again. So if I give door number 1 as my selection, you will see it prints you win 2 coins. And if you try to choose a different door, 2, it prints you win 10 coins. And if you choose the door number 3, it says you win 7 coins. So this is a very simple game. The point of this video is to not make this game, rather to make you understand how this concept of decomposition works. Okay, now I will show you the implementation of this game. So the first step, as you see here, is to choose a door, right? So you ask the user to choose a door by using the input function. Since it is door number 1, 2, and 3, which is an integer, I convert that to an integer and then show it in this variable called door. Now I need to check whether the person who has chosen the door has entered the values between 1, 2, and 3. To verify that, I am checking whether if the person enters a door number that is less than 1, that is say 0, -1, or anything, or if he enters a door number that is greater than 3, that is 4, 5, and 6. These are all invalid doors. When the door is invalid, I need to prompt the user to ask him to enter the door again. So that is what this condition is doing over here. Okay, the first part of this code is to get the input for the door. Now the second part of the second part of the game is you need to compute the price when the person chooses the door. Okay, so this logic for choosing a price is really up to you. I just made up this logic because I just want to teach you how decomposition works. So the logic here, it really doesn't matter, but I'll go through it once so that you understand what I have done here. So I initialize the price value to be 4. Okay, that is the starting price that is there. Now if the person chooses the door number 1, the price it changes. It changes using this formula. So firstly, when this formula is applied, what happens is this particular operation is calculated. So this is an integer division. Double slash means integer division. So what it does is, if in the normal value for 9 divided by 10 is 0.9, what an integer division does is it only gives you the integer. So the integer here is 0. So 0.9 integer is 0, so it gives you 0, and then it multiplies with 100. 0 multiplied by 100 is 0, and then the price becomes 2 plus 0, which is 2, right? That is the price value if the person chooses door number 1. So that's why you can see when the person chooses door number 1, he wins 2 coins. Now if the person chooses second door, I am checking whether the particular value of price is divisible by 2. So I'm using the modulus operator here to check the divisibility of the number 4 with 2. So if it is divisible by 2, I increment the price by 6. So the current value of price is 4, I increment it by 6, which becomes 10, right? So that's why you see here 10 coins for door number 2. Now if the person chooses a third door, I use a for loop, right? The for loop for I in range of the value of door is 3 here, so it will become for I in range of 3, and it will have a iterable object that has 1, 2, and 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 0, 1, and 2, my bad. Okay, these are the values in this particular range. So when the loop is entered, in the first iteration, the value of I is 0, so price plus equals I will become 4 plus 0, which is still 4, and then in the second iteration, the value is 1 for I, so it will become 4 plus 1, which is 5. The value of price currently is 5 now. Now in the third iteration, the value of I is 2, and the value of price is 5 because we added 1 before. Now 5 plus 2 is 7. So the value of price after the iteration will become 7. Okay, now these are the three price values that you get based on choosing your door. This is a very simple game, you know. This makes no sense because it looks very hard coded, but that's not the point I'm trying to teach you. I'm just trying to teach you how decomposition works. And then after you're done with computing a price, you need to inform the user how much price they have won. Okay, that is the print statement over here. So it says here, third part is print you win, and then I convert the price into a string so that I can concatenate them with the string on the left and the right. You win so and so price, so and so coins. So yeah, this is how the game works. So but if you look into this code, you know, it is very unreadable, right? You have to go through the code and see what's happening, how this calculation is happening. It is kind of confusing, right? I mean, it is kind of hard to read. So what you can do is you can divide this code into three segments as I have shown here. One is getting the door from the user, and getting the door number from the user, and then computing the price, and then reporting the price to the user. Okay. So we can split this code into three, as I said. So we can achieve that by using functions. So for the first part, let us call a function. Let us define a function called define get door, which will get you the door information, okay, from the user. So this code can completely go inside this body of the function. Okay. Now this second part, compute the price, can let's name a function called compute price, which will this will go inside this body. Okay. Now the third part is printing the door. So that is display price to the user. Okay. Now this will go inside this particular body. Okay. Now we have made three separate functions for each particular task, you can say. So we have split the code, which was one big code, into three chunks of code now. Okay, this is what we mean by decomposition. Now to use this function, you have to call them. So the first thing that you have to call is the get door function, which will get you the door, and then you have to compute the price. Okay, and then you have to display 1 second, spelling is wrong here. Display the price after the computation. Okay, now if you run this, it will prompt you to enter the door number, and then you see there's an error saying name error, door is not defined, which is coming from the compute price function in if door is equal to 1. So this variable door is not defined anywhere inside this function, so that is why you get name error. So after you get the door number from the get door function, you have to return it so that the other functions can use it. So return a door. Okay, once that is done, you can this get door function will get you a value, so that let's call it door number, that is equal to that. Now this function needs this door number to run, otherwise it won't work. So you need to have a parameter called door here, okay, which will be passed in as an argument when you call this function door number. Okay, so the door number we get it from the get door function. Once you get it from the get door function, we pass into the compute price function, which with and then this will use the door number to compute the price. Okay, now the next step is to display the price, and similarly to display the price, you have to return the price after computation. You need to return price. Okay, and then you will say price is equal to compute price, and then you need to display the price. To do that, you have to have a parameter here that says price, and then you pass in the price variable once you're calling the function as an argument. Okay, now let us run the code. I hope it works now. So I'm choosing the door number 2. You can see it prints you win 10 coins. Now if you look at the previous code, which was very which was very not easy to read. Now if you look at this, if you just look at these three thing, right, if you just look at these three lines of code, you can easily understand what's happening here. So get door gets you the door number, compute price gets you the price after you input the door number, and then you display the price. So this makes it very easy for you to read. You can also have another function that says play a game. So define play a game. Okay, this play game will execute this game, and then you can put this thing inside of this particular function, and then you can simply just call play game. So yeah, once that is done, 1 second. So you call this function, the play game function is executed, and then yeah, you can play the game now. It is very simple. So you have taken a very big, not in this case it was not that big of a code, but if you think about it in future, you'll be writing lots of code. In that case, this kind of breaking the code into chunks will be really helpful. Okay, so that's it about decomposition. You have a big lines of code, and then you want to break it down so that you can read it easily, and that is why you use it. So I gave you an analogy in day one of functions with the example of sandwich. So here is an actual working code. Back then it was just normal text. Now I hope it makes sense how this decomposition works in Python, or not only in Python, it works in any languages. Okay, this is a very neat way to write your code. I would really recommend you guys break your codes into smaller parts and use it as required, because it makes your code very much readable. See, you can see it over here, it's very much readable now. You don't have to worry about this whatever is happening inside here, right? All you have to worry about is to play the game, that it works, right? Okay, that's it. Thank you.